Friday against the Blue Jays, struggled a little bit, giving up the 5 runs in 6 innings. And another start today that right now not going very well.
And they do have some fresh arms, but we showed you in the open how bad this bullpen has been against the Atlanta Braves and the damage they did to them last night. They're not necessarily eager to get into their bend too early.
Speaking of quote-unquote crowding the plate, Ozzie Albies, where that back foot is and how he stands, on average stands the closest to the plate among all major league hitters.
There are guys that are just more comfortable. I do think it's also been a trend that more and more are closer to the plate. And for Ozzie, it ends up where not so much you see the wide open stance similar to what we get from Ronald, but where he finishes, right? Toes are pretty much right on the line when he gets that front foot down. And there are guys, when they do that, they tell you something. Anthony Rizzo was the guy that always sticks out to me because he get hit so much, he'd be on top of the plate. And what it tells you is that he doesn't like the ball away, so he makes what would be away kind of middle. When you get on top of the plate, there really is no away in the zone. And I think it's a really good strategy. The odds of a pitcher getting 3 strikes on the inside corner when you're standing on top of the plate are not very high. They're just not going to be able to execute that pitch with any kind of consistency. What comes along with that is a few more hit by pitches.
Ozzie down the line, off the pole, another one for Ozzie Albies. 2 yesterday and now a 3-run shot here on Wednesday. Atlanta opening this thing up here in the 3rd inning.
Nobody hotter right now than Ozzie Albies, and this was a big one. It was just a matter of whether or not it was going to stay fair. It is a 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour. Ozzie's been on velocity in this series. We saw 99, then he turned around against Alcantara, and you're going to see this one just barely catch that foul pole.
A familiar sight here over the last couple of days. Talked a lot about Michael Harris, the improvements that he has made, and you can turn some of that attention to this guy, especially as of late. Been swinging a really good bat. And his 3 home runs, the spotlight of our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
That's been a good series for Ozzie as you see him going all over the place. Last night in the 4th and the 9th, one from the left side, one from the right side, and again here from the left side going deep.
And that double that he had yesterday that hit the top of the wall in right field, that would have been a homer in 18 ballparks.
He's feeling it right now. The slug is back for Ozzie Albies. And they joked about it with our Ford Keys that just go ahead and hit a home run from each side of the plate. It's guaranteed to win. He's probably not going to see a lefty today. They're down to 1 now with Gibson. Simpson got sent out after that game yesterday.
But we can dream.
We can, or just go ahead and hit a bunch from the left side against the righties. That plays too.
They do have action in the bullpen. One of those guys that got called up today, Freddie Tarnock, is warming. Fourth inning, Gusto already about to throw his 88th pitch. And Ozzie fouls it away.
We talked about Clayton McCullough, the first-year manager for the Marlins, and just kind of taking note of kind of getting late in the season and maybe feeling weighed down by some of the struggles for the Marlins and how difficult it can be. And then you get a game like last night where you give up 9 late. Your starter's in trouble early. This afternoon, got to get that bullpen going early. It's a lot for a first-year manager, especially when you come from the Los Angeles Dodgers, where they obviously were so competitive.
And you're 3 weeks removed from thinking, well, maybe we could make a run at the playoffs.
Yeah.
Remember, they were 55 and 55, and since then they've gone 7 and 15 to fall out of playoff contention. Ozzie strikes again. This one out into right center field. Ronald Acuna's going to come home, and the Braves are going to try to score 2, and they will. And Ozzie advances to second base, and he makes it 8-0.
Ozzie Albies is red hot right now as he smokes this ball in a right center field. 102 off the bat for the Braves second baseman. You're going to see this fastball pretty much split the middle of the plate. He turns on it into the gap, and good base running here by Ronald Acuna Jr. as well, and then Ozzie on the back end to read the throw. He did not feel like it was a double off the bat, but then as soon as he saw that cutoff go home, he was gone.
And Harris sends it out to center. That's going to fall. Ozzie waved home. 9-0.
Good to see Michael get in on the act as well. Has a really good at bat. You mentioned it. Full count. It's a little cutter that he can handle, and that's going to knock Ryan Gusto out of this game. Nice piece of hitting here from Michael Harris. Look how quick he was to that baseball.
The Braves scored 9 times last inning in the 9th, and now today 9 more runs, and we're not even through the top of the 4th, and the Marlins are in the bullpen.